Oh, see, we're getting fancy now. We got our own little theme song and everything.
Boy,
It's just fun when you can sing your blues away. That's what song's playing. But it is time once again for the Champion Brothers ChampCast, Bubba's Big Broadcast, or...
let's talk some Southern gospel. How about
Absolutely. Let's see now if I can remember how to do this. Right over there is Neal.
And is that Chris?
Yes. And look, right there is Lola the Wonder Dog. She got up and she decided she wanted some screen time tonight, so she just up there poing. How you doing? Look here, Lola. You all right? Can I get you anything? All right.
Well,
Good deal.
if the dog is there, is it in person or is she there in dog? I don't know. Anyway, go ahead.
Oh, but it's been a quiet week here at Lake Wobegon, but not really. It has been a wonderful week. I may have done some Tony Green squalling like a mashed cat a time or two today, and this week, and it's all because, let me see if I can find it, of this right here. Look at there. There is the one, the only, the living legend, Eli Champion.
Goodness.
Who officially this afternoon at approximately 3:30 p.m. became a licensed driver.
Oh, my
so
goodness.
There is Eli and his vehicle, and he got in to go to church a while ago, and I had to come in and open the shades, and that's when the squalling might have taken place. But I'm not going to admit or deny it. But anyway, so proud of him, and so he is tooling around in his new Kia Sportage, new to him Kia Sportage. So
hard to believe that day is here.
I know it. It just seems like yesterday that was, little 1 or 2 year old toddling around here, but gets by in a hurry, that's for sure.
For sure.
So anyway, and I felt bad for him because he came down over the weekend, woke up Monday morning, or Sunday morning, had a fever and sore throat and all that. Went to the doctor Monday, got some shots, which Monday was his actual birthday. And then
you're getting shots on your birthday. Good.
Yes, that's not fun. But then Neal, they've simplified it so much. I told him I didn't know if I was excited or mildly miffed. But when you and I took our driver's test back in what was that, the late 50s, I think, or something like that. But you had to take in a mountain of paperwork and pay a pretty good little sum, and then you had to take your driving test, and you passed yours on your first try, didn't you? I didn't.
I believe I did, yeah.
I got coasting down the hill and got about 10 miles over the speed limit, so they told me to come back and try again next week. But Eli took driver's ed this summer at the school.
Okay.
And now he takes his driving test during the driver's ed. And so he passed his driving test this summer. And so they enter in all the information into the state's driver's license system. And so all he had to do today was to go and get his picture made and verify all of his information and pay $5. And it's like, okay, you're a licensed driver.
Oh, my goodness.
And I'm like, I wasn't real sure about that, but I was like, okay, all right, mighty fine. So
I don't know if I ever passed a test if Mr. Burks had been giving it to me.
Oh, I know. But then we were going to go and get it Monday, and then we were going to go and get it yesterday, and now you just have to go to the probate judge's office where you go to get them renewed.
Okay.
You don't even have to go to a trooper post. They come here once a week on Tuesdays, but their computers were down Monday and Tuesday. So he had to wait. He had to wait till 2 days after he turned 16 to get his license. It's just awful. So,
longest 48 hours in history.
I'm sure. I said, well, buddy, it could be worse. You could have had to wait a week like Daddy did.
Yeah. Right.
So y'all send up some extra prayers for us. Eli will be on the road near you sometime soon, probably. So.
Wow. Man.
Well, all right. Enough about personal stuff. Let's talk about some Southern gospel, shall we? And a big event coming up in November we want to headline with.
Yes, sir. I want people to remember about that. Our Fayette Civic Center singing. I told Chris we ought to have some kind of cool, catchy kind of name for the event. but I don't know. Just it's the Fayette Civic Center singing. It's
Yeah.
3 times a year: March, July, and November.
Yeah.
And the November one's coming up. I'm telling you, it'll be there like day after tomorrow is what it'll seem like, and we'll be there.
Oh, yes.
Loading. So, but we got Endless Highway coming to Fayette, to the Fayette Civic Center, November 19th. We do start at 6 o'clock. Won't cost you a dime to get in. Come and worship with us. Come enjoy the music with us. Come just have a good time with us. Just talk, meet and greet and see people, and just share it, and make sure somebody comes with you that you told about it. Okay. Everybody that hears about it, bring somebody else with you, and we'll wind up filling that place up eventually.
Absolutely.
November 19th. Endless Highway, great family, mom, dad, adult son, adult daughter.
There they are.
Man, they can sing their way into your heart. They can play their way into your heart. I mean, there's no question but that you will enjoy them if you'll just come that night.
And Jay and Allie, if you follow them on Facebook, they are doing live videos. It seems like they do at least one a day sometimes. But I know yesterday, I think it was, they were at the Ark in Kentucky at the Ark Encounter. They sang up there. And they were walking around outside and showing everybody about it. And then today, Jay was in the garden with Grandpa, or Paul as he called him. And then he went inside with grandmother, what I can't remember what to call her, but she had been canning a bunch of stuff. So it just shows you they just real folk too. So
just mighty talented folks that choosing to use their talent for the Lord and for gospel music. That's how you can see them on Facebook. If you want to just type in there, facebook.com/Endless Highway Band, or you can also go to their website, endlesshighway.org. So if you haven't heard of them, don't just trust us. Go out there and meet them in those videos. Go out there and listen to some of their music. I'm telling you, you'll want to be there November 19th. Now, you'll have to endure a little bit of Chosen Witness. You'll have to enjoy a little bit of Faithful Friends.
Easy.
You will love Endless Highway. So there you go.
Absolutely. Hope you can be with us. Say hey to some folks right quick. Megan Edgeworth chiming in. Hey, Neal and Chris. And Big Mal Mallory says, hey, brothers. Hey to you. Hope you're doing good this evening.
Yep.
And let's see here. Shay Guess has checked in, as well as Judy Pridmore Armstrong and Mary Glasgow. Always glad to see all those folks, and appreciate y'all stopping by for a little bit this evening.
For sure.
So, Neal, tell me about what you've got playing music-wise tonight.
I got to thinking about, we've talked in past times we've done this about us growing up in the, in gospel music and singing in the area in our regional groups and the groups that we were a part of. And then, but over the years, there's been some songs that have been recorded, and then later some of us recorded them again, so like we recorded them back then, maybe say with the Colombian Quartet, like this first one we're going to talk about. And then in the now time, Faithful Friends hauled off and recorded it too. And I just thought it'd be fun to share some of those, share what it sounded like then, share what it sounds like now. And so the then and now episode.
Yes, so. And this first one that you've picked out is Colombians, and any time from the time that the Colombians stopped singing until, the few times that we've gotten together and sung, we've always done this song. It was just kind of like the standard of the Colombians, I guess you'd say, and we picked it up right away as soon as we started Faithful Friends too. But song called Just in Time. You got any thoughts about that one you want to share?
Oh, I just remember our dad led it. Of course, he was the baritone singer mostly, but he led this one. It was a song one, side one, and so it got played on the radio a good bit in the area back then. And just a great quartet song, just 4 parts all the way through, and I just always loved it.
Well, let's listen to the Colombians version first. Can't nobody play drums like Mark Jones, so we retired this intro after that got through. But here's the Colombians version of Just in Time.
Going down for the last time. No one heard my cry. My voice was swiftly fading, drifting with the tide. When a hand from out of nowhere gently slipped in mine, and I thanked drifted when I saw the old lifeline, and I thank God he found me just in time. I don't remember drifting, 'cause pleasure rode with me. When careless winds start blowing, you drift so easily, and storms make no exception. And friend, I sure had mine, and I thank God he found me just in time, just before the waves of slumber had rocked my soul to sleep, just before the angry billows had put me out to deep. God knows how long I drifted when I saw the old lifeline, and I thank God he found me just in time. Yes, I thank God he found me just in time.
The Colombians and Just in Time here on the Champion Brothers broadcast. And we are doing some then and now kind of stuff this evening, and playing you some songs from back in the day that our groups have re-recorded down through the years. Say hey to some more folks here right quick, like Don Dollar checking in, says, hey guys, good to see Don over in Vernon. Billy Shaw, couldn't do a show without Boo, that's for sure. Good evening, guys. Heard that one on the way home from work today from a different group. Don't know if it's the one that's coming up or not, but we'll see. And then Donna Coker says that's her favorite group from her childhood, the Colombians, and Just in Time. And right quick, let me go to the other thing and say, yeah, we're just making sure we've acknowledged everybody that has checked in with us. I believe we have. So,
Was
so
Cookie
now
throwing that
we
tenor up on the end of that, or what?
say what now?
I said, was Cookie, Mr. Ken Cook, tearing that tenor up on the end of that song?
Sure enough, and still does, although he won't admit it. Some of the lead stuff that I've got him singing with Faithful Friends is about as high as some of that stuff there. So, and he's still nailing it. So anyway, when we got Faithful Friends together, a little over 5 years ago, and for the first, I don't know, year and a half or so or something like that, it was just the three of us, me and Ken and Johnny. And then we added Randy a little bit later, and then we decided we was going to go out and record something, and this was just one of the obvious choices, because from about the time that we first started, we opened every concert with Just in Time. So here's how the Faithful Friends version of Just in Time turned out. Well, wait a minute. I'm going to back it up. I want to hear some Randy Shellnut piano playing. There we go.
All right.
I was going down for the last time. No one heard my cry. My voice was swiftly fading, drifting with the tide, when a hand from out of nowhere gently slipped in mine, and I thank God he found me just in time, just before the waves my soul to sleep just before the angry billows had pulled me out too deep. God knows how long I've drifted when I saw that old lifeline, and I thank God He found me just in time. I don't remember drifting, 'cause pleasure rode with me. When careless winds start blowing, you drift so easily, and storms make no exception. And friend, I sure had mine, and I thank God He found me just in time, just before the waves of slumber had rocked my soul to sleep, just before the angry billows had pulled me out too deep. God knows how long I've drifted when I saw that old lifeline, and I thank God He found me just in time. Yes, I thank God He found me just in time.
There's you, the Faithful Friends version of Just in Time here on the Champion Brothers broadcast. And, oh, wait a minute. We can't give sneak previews yet. I'm trying to punch too many buttons as usual, but anyway. All right, let's see.
That
here.
was, if
I
my
think we're
math
back. Are you
serves
back?
me
Well,
right.
there we go. Now
Yeah,
I hear you, Neil.
if
Okay.
my math is even close to right, I think 34. Yeah, I think y'all recorded that 40 plus years after the Colombians did. Like 43, 44 years after the
Was it-
Colombians recorded that.
Was Colombians in 77
78,
or 6?
77 or 78.
I was thinking the first one was in 77, and then the one that I was on was 78. Is that
Okay.
or was it the other one was 78, 79? I don't know.
It was right in that ballpark. Yeah. So late 70s to early 2020s.
Yeah.
So quite a while. for
Well, it
sure.
was 2019 when Faithful Friends recorded it. I do know that. because
Oh, yeah. I was doing
We got them.
now.
We got them back in November of 2019, and COVID hit not too long after there. So,
Okay. Wow.
so, and here's another interesting. Our friend Judy says, I used to sing a duet with Ken on one verse with the Colombians. Good times and memories. So
Well, I'll be.
that's cool. What
Yeah.
song was it, Judy? Tell us that. Neil may dig into his archives and find that one too. I don't know. But
Well, let's get another Colombian song going here.
okay.
The Colombians originally did, and we sang it as a Bama Boys when we, was first going good. We never recorded it, but we sang it. But then chose it. There again, Faithful Friends recorded it also. Good, Happy Goodman song is what I think of it originally, but the Colombians definitely put their spin on it, and we sung it. It seemed like a million times with the Colombian Quartet.
Yep.
And you played it; they sung it.
When the Colombians recorded it, it was listed as Living in Canaan. When Faithful Friends recorded it, was I'm Living in Canaan Now, which we found out was the actual title. But anyway,
Right. Yeah.
So let's calm the dogs down and play some Colombians and Living in Canaan here on the Champion Brothers broadcast.
Egypt was once my home, I was a slave. Helpless, innocent, and full of life. It quavered when I looked up to heaven's dome, Christ came to save. I'm a living in Canaan now.
Well, I'm living on Canaan's side,
Egypt behind,
crossed over Jordan white.
gladness to find.
My soul is satisfied.
No longer blind, living with Jesus up in Canaan right now. Satan may have you bound with fetters strong. I look up to higher ground, will not be longer. Christ the Savior, your soul is found. You sing the song, I'm living in Canaan now.
Well, I'm living on Canaan's side,
Egypt behind,
crossed over Jordan white.
gladness to find.
My soul is satisfied.
No longer blind, living with Jesus up in Canaan right now.
Living on Canaan's side,
Egypt behind,
crossed over Jordan white.
gladness to find.
My soul is satisfied.
My soul is satisfied. Living with Jesus up in Canaan
Right now.
right now.
The Colombians, and I'm living in Canaan. Oh, see, they're jumping the gun on me too much. Going on to the next one. I had to get my reading glasses on, Neal, because I was double checking myself. But I got out my redback hymnal,
Yeah.
and I don't know if this will work or not, but there it is, living in Canaan. Wait a
Yep.
minute.
I'm living in Canaan now. Yeah.
Number 287 in the red book.
There you go. That's right.
Copyright 1938 by the Stamps Baxter Music Company, written by J.R. Baxter Jr. and Claude H. Center. So that's probably more information than you wanted to know, but
So the Colombians recorded about 40 years after it was written, and then
Yep.
you guys recorded it about 40 years after the Colombians did.
yeah, odd facts known by few.
That's right. So let's hear some faithful friends doing the same.
But I thought that's good. So yeah, let's see if we can punch the right buttons and get faithful friends going here on the same song and living in Canaan. I guess this is a 2 for Wednesday.
That's right.
Well, no, she's supposed to be two for Tuesday, but anyway, we're a day late.
Egypt was once my home, I was a slave. Helpless and sin did roam, love light did crave. But when I looked up to heaven's dome, Christ came to save. I'm living in Canaan now. Living on Canaan's side, Egypt behind. Crossed over Jordan wide, gladness to find. My soul is satisfied, no longer blind. Living with Jesus up in Canaan now. Satan may have you bound with fetters strong. Look up to higher ground, 'twill not be long. But Christ the Savior, your soul is found. You'll sing this song, I'm living in Canaan now. Living on Canaan's side, Egypt behind. Crossed over Jordan wide, gladness to find. My soul is satisfied, no longer blind. Living with Jesus up in Canaan right now. Living on Canaan's side, Egypt behind. Cross over Jordan wide, gladness to find. My soul is satisfied. My soul is satisfied. My soul is satisfied. My soul is satisfied. Living with Jesus up in Canaan right now.
There's you some faithful friends and living in Canaan. There we go. I think I was trying to get that going here. There we go. And now if I can get my ugly mug off the screen there. So
There
there
we
we
go.
go.
Yeah, Faithful Friends did a fine job. Another memory I have of that song was
Hey,
Bama
look,
Boys.
there's Eli. I'm
Eli,
sorry.
16, buddy.
Yes.
He can't hear any of that. Oh, well.
We may get him to join us here momentarily. So
Okay.
I'm sorry, I interrupted. Your memory what now?
Bama Boys doing that song, and I can remember you had, that's when you was the little scrawny tenor singer that all the little ladies like to squeeze your cheeks, and you had hurt your leg, and you were actually on crutches and sitting on a stool one night at what was that high school or junior high school? Joe Cook Junior High School. And we did this song, and we on that ending we would not come in. My soul is satisfied. We wouldn't come in and make you hold it real long. We made so many little old ladies mad because we was taking advantage of that little youngin' and sweet thing. And oh my goodness!
I think one time didn't Daddy like go out to a convenience store and get a cup of coffee while I was holding that?
I think so.
And came back and finished. I don't know.
We used to stretch you out, no doubt, no doubt.
Well, let's first reset and say hey again to everybody that's coming in and joining us. Let me see here. Ronald Morton join us, R.A. Morton.
Hey, Ron.
And Miss Mary Glasgow, always good to see y'all. Appreciate you joining in with us.
Yep.
And Judy said that it was just in time. It was a song that she used to sing a duet with. So, well, let's find that. So, anyway. But we want to tell you about a big event coming up on November the 19th at 6 o'clock at the Fayette Civic Center in Fayette, Alabama. Chosen Witness will be there. Faithful Friends will be there. And Endless Highway will be there. We can't tell you enough good things about Endless Highway other than y'all just need to come see for yourself because
that's right.
We wouldn't lead you astray. We wouldn't bring somebody in here it wasn't worth listening to. So and we promise you, and I'm excited because it's as far as I know, unless they happen to come to my backyard sometime between now and November, it's probably the first time that I've gotten to see Endless Highway in concert. But I have been a regular consumer of their music ever since I discovered them a little while back. And their history goes back about as long or longer than mine and yours does, Neal.
Oh, yeah.
Because they were the Joylanders, isn't that right?
That's right.
For several years with Vanessa's mom and dad and sung in this area quite a bit. And so anyway.
I've got an LP of the Joylanders back in that day when Vanessa, the mom of Endless Highway, was the little bitty girl.
Yeah, we played one last week.
That's right. That's right. So the Joylanders have been, going straight through all this time. They just, rebranded, if you will, back in about 2017, I think, or 18, they rebranded as Endless Highway. I mean, they were carrying on the Joylanders sound, and they just kind of took a rebrand and changed their name to Endless Highway, and it kind of went straight up from there as far as their popularity and people across the nation getting to hear them. So I'm excited.
Absolutely.
Excited to bring them to Fayette for sure.
Another couple of folks we want to say hey to right quick. Carl Williams. I saw the day where he is fixing to head out to Louisville, Kentucky for a travel assignment. So I'm not sure if he's in Louisville yet or not, but wherever you are, Carl, hey, always good to see you.
Yep, good evening.
And our guest last week, Loretta, says that Mom, Loretta, Ted, and Francis are all watching. So
they are.
They're all up above you, aren't they, Neal?
They are. I'm down low, they're up above. Everybody's watching. My internet is keeping up tonight, I guess, streaming all over this place.
Yes, I'm telling you what. Well, let's get to another Then and Now song, and this was one of my favorite Colombian songs. Tell us about it.
Oh, yeah, I always enjoyed it. It kind of funny when, Colombians sang it. We learned it to play it, and I didn't really know the song at that time. Didn't know it. It was just a song the Colombians sang, and then at some point I learned that it was written by Hank Williams, and originally a Hank Williams song. And I had a hard time processing that the Colombian Quartet were singing a country song, for the longest thing. But I can just remember just really studying on that. But yeah, a great song. And the Colombians did it back in the day. That same album, all three of these I picked for tonight came off that same album. And great job. Mr. Avon Russian takes a part in this. And yeah, let's listen to the Colombians singing about the House of Gold.
the Colombians' version of House of Gold here on the Champion Brothers broadcast. And then a little bit later on, Neil, Chosen Witness decided they were going to do this one. Tell me about that.
We did. Yeah, I kind of, I call this segment Then and Now. So this was kind of then and a little later back then, because I think we recorded this in about 98. But this was the, actually the original Chosen Witness was a trio, and that was the main three that was singing on this project. And yeah, we decided to go back and get this song. Johnny Leslie at the time singing lead with us, and he took the lead on it. And me and you have flip flop part wise over the years. And you started out as a tenor, and your voice changed lower than mine, and now you're back to singing tenor. And I started out singing lower, and then when your voice dropped, I started singing tenor for a while, and now I'm back to just lower harmony and lead. And but this was during my tenor days when I was trying to stretch it out on this one, and sometimes I just wish for air by the time this one was over. But yeah, a memory on this one, and
yes,
we may go 3 hours tonight. I don't know,
it's
but
all right. We need no hurry.
We got to go longer than Loretta did, last week. Anyway, when we were recording this, Jeff Stice is who kind of put our stuff together, help arrange it, kind of led the tracks for that project and for some of the others. But on this particular one, I can remember being in the studio when we were tracking it, and Jeff started some beautiful intro he's going to kind of put on it and all. And I told Mark, I said, Mark, let's keep this one more like it was in the Colombians. I'd rather this intro be more like what James played back in that day. And so Mark went out there and stood by Jeff Stice and said, now Jeff, wait, whoa, not all that. We want the intro to be something more like this. And then, and he played it, and it was beautiful when he played it, but it's closer to what JJ played on that Colombian project. But yeah, just listen to how it turned out when the Chosen Witness did it. Song about the House of Gold.
All right, here's Chosen Witness version.
I'd rather be in a deep dark grave and know that my poor soul was saved than to live in this world in a house of gold and deny my God and lose my soul. Some people steal, they cheat and lie for wealth and what it will buy. But don't they know on the judgment day their gold and silver will melt away? I'd rather be in a deep dark grave and know that my poor soul was saved than to live in this world in a house of gold and deny my God and lose my soul and deny my God and lose my soul and lose my soul.
Spirit of Gold City jumping on Chosen Witness from the early days, holding that last note out for a long time.
Man, it
on
made me
the
tired
House
again.
of Gold here on the
Just
Champion
hear it.
Brothers broadcast.
Goodness. That one would definitely win me for sure, holding that last one. I think I kind of know how you felt on that one. That's the one that that they would string me out on. Like we just string you out on living in Canaan.
All right, let's see. Eli, are you in here? We're gonna get a special guest in here.
Eli is in the house.
Pull up that blue chair over here. We'll see. I don't know how this is. I've never tried to bring in a special guest right here, but
Okay.
get on up here close where they can see you. So we talked about him earlier. Ladies and gentlemen, there he is. Let me lean back so our heads are the same size.
Yes.
Would you please give it up for Eli Champion? Neal, full disclosure, you may get the echo because I turned it up a little bit so he could hear you. So step up and say hey to the people, Eli.
How's it going?
It is going mighty fine, mighty fine. Glad you're in the house. Sweet 16. Oh, my goodness. And I definitely thanked you, Daddy, for the warning that you're going to be on the road now. So I appreciate you warning us about that. So this is where you say something back to me when I pause like that.
I just wanted to come in and get the full report in front of God and everybody on his first solo trip, which took place just a few hours ago. So,
Ooh.
did it go all right?
Went pretty good.
Did you hear it? Lean up there where they can hear you in the microphone.
It went
Pretty good.
pretty good.
Yeah.
I didn't hit anything.
Okay, well that's a win. We'll take that.
No flashing
on the
lights.
road.
No flashing lights behind
Did
you.
you get stopped by the cops or nothing?
Did not.
Okay.
I got stopped behind an 18-wheeler.
Oh, okay. Well,
That was fun.
you didn't get too close, did you?
I did not.
Tailgating not allowed.
It's not.
All right, I don't want to punish you more by making you stay, but we appreciate you dropping by and gracing us with your presence.
Yes, sir.
Oh, sure.
Anything else you got to say? Granny's watching, a whole bunch of folks are watching, so.
Hi again.
Some
know what I'm
things never
supposed to say.
change. He never knows what to say, and then of course when we get off, he'll talk for 2 hours straight. But
Maybe so.
yep. Oh, Pop would be so proud of him. 143. That's Drew Gordon. That's Mr. John's son. So yep. Definitely appreciate that. All right. Anything else?
Not really.
Okay. All right. Sorry. We probably cramped his style by
Nothing like being put on the spot.
asking a 16-year-old to come in here and join us, but he says no. Okay. All right. So we appreciate that. So
Good deal.
Eli was going to make an appearance whether he wanted to or not. So
That's right. I could tell there was no choice given there.
yeah. Well, I did ask him while one of the songs was playing a while ago if he
Oh,
minded.
okay. Okay.
He said he didn't. So
All right.
all right, let's get back to it. Now, this one I think is really interesting because
It is.
it's a Bama Boys song that was recorded as one title, but then when Chosen Witness recorded it, it had a completely different title. What was the deal with that?
Yeah, it was. This is a song that Mark wrote, Mark Jones, and I actually helped him write it. Well, back in the day, I can remember us being at Forester Garden Apartments and coming up with this song and putting it all together. And the Bama Boys recorded it, and we gave it a title of "Watch Out, I'm Headed Home." But
Mhm.
I mean, just to be honest, I was part writer on it, so I can be critical. I'm not just being critical of the Mark Jones song. I was part writer. I wasn't ever happy with the chorus. It just kind of seemed to me like the chorus didn't really go with the verse, even
Yeah.
though we recorded it, and it was, take either one of them separate, and it was good foot stomping, clapping, good message, but I just always felt like it was just something just wasn't quite right about it, and so. But I always liked how the song went, how the harmonies fit together. And also when Chosen Witness was putting that one project together, I brought this song back up and we just kind of got together and started thinking about, maybe what kind of chorus might fit the verses better. And really myself and Scott Bolden and Loretta are the main ones that came up with the chorus. And, and I presented it to Mark and he kind of sat back and kind of like, what are you doing rewriting our song, but he was okay with it. And after it was all done, I think he was pleased. And we didn't really talk about changing the title until after it was even recorded. And, we were getting ready to put the credits together and all that. And on the way home, we were listening to our little preview of what had been recorded. And Mark's the one that suggested, let's name it God Holds the Perfect Plan. That just seemed like
Okay.
the right title. So there you go. It's a song recorded back then and then re-recorded now, but it kind of changed along the way, but basically the same. And so let's start out with that Bama Boys version of Watch Out, I'm Headed Home.
Go Joshua, march around the wall of Jericho 7 times, the Lord did say. Joshua knew just what he had to do, so he kept his faith and prayed. Then on the 7th time around the wall, those old rocks they began to fall. The devil he ran out, and Joshua gave a shout, "Get ready, Lord, we're on our way." Now Jonah did not obey God's holy word. He went the other way. The waves grew high, and he was tossed aside. In the belly of the fish he would stay. But then at last he began to pray, prayed he did, and it lasted for 3 days. Then God heard his plea and answered his need, and Jonah, he was set free. Watch out, angels, I am headed home. Move on over, I am going home. Open my mansion door, 'cause I am coming. Get ready, Jesus, I'm on my way home. Now when the Lord calls you out to spread his holy word, don't you turn your head. Be like Joshua, a warrior for the Lord, and listen to what he said. As Jonah found out, you had better watch out and stay on the straight and narrow way. For heaven is near and the pathway is clear. Get ready, Lord, we're on our way. Watch out, angels, I am headed home. Move on over, I am going home. Open my mansion door, 'cause I am coming. Get ready, Jesus, I'm on my way home. Just swing, wide the gate, 'cause I can't wait. I am almost there, I'm coming in the air. Now I'm headed home.
So we're just going to roll right into the Chosen Witness version.
Go Joshua, march around the wall of Jericho 7 times, the Lord did say. Joshua knew just what he had to do, so he kept his faith and prayed. Then on the 7th time around the wall, those old rocks they began to fall. The devil he ran out, and Joshua gave a shout, "We're ready, Lord, there is no doubt." Now Jonah did not obey God's holy word. He went the other way. The waves grew high, and he was tossed aside. In the belly of the fish he would stay. But then at last he began to pray, prayed it, and it lasted for 3 days. Then God heard his plea and answered his need, and Jonah, he was set free. Watch out, Christians, obey the Lord's command. Praise him while you're resting in his hand. When he calls, give your all, make the choice to follow. For your life he holds the perfect plan.
Now when the Lord calls you out to spread his holy word, don't you turn your head. a warrior for the Lord, and listen to what God says. As Jonah found out, you had better watch out and stay on the straight and narrow way. Obey while you can, take hold of God's hand. He'll lead you through his perfect plan.
Watch out, Christians, obey the Lord's command. Praise him while you're resting in his hand. When he calls, give your all, make the choice to follow. For your life he holds the perfect plan.
Now let his voice be heard. Just obey God's holy word.
Be like Joshua, obey the Lord's command. God holds the perfect plan.
So there you go. There's a little study in contrast between Chosen Witness and the Bama Boys. And God holds the perfect plan. Or, watch out, I'm headed home.
Oh, there you go.
That's pretty neat. I just rolled right into it because we pretty much told the whole story, didn't we?
We did.
I didn't
Oh,
know
yeah.
if there was anything else you wanted to add.
No, that was perfect. That was perfect. Rolling right on in there. Now, we hadn't told the whole story about November 19th. It's going to take us at least another 2 months to tell that whole story. So,
Help yourself.
Endless Highway, folks, is coming to town. That town would be Fayette, Alabama. That place would be the Fayette Civic Center. And we want y'all there. And we want y'all to multiply yourselves by telling lots of other people who tell other people who tell other people. And come and worship with us that night. I'm telling you, they'll bless your heart. They lift up the Lord through the song. Lots of different styles. I mean, they can sing bluegrass, straight up 4-part Southern gospel, even more contemporary sounding stuff. I mean, they'll do some with full tracks. They'll play their instruments. I'm just telling you, you're going to enjoy them if you'll come. So put it down right now.
Yep.
If you hadn't already, write it down. November 19th, Saturday night, 6 p.m. Price, $0.
Yep.
Reward,
No tickets
priceless.
Yep.
Tickets required.
And Saturday before Thanksgiving, if you want to think about it that
It
way.
is.
So,
That's the
yes,
Saturday
we know
before.
that people will be gathering, but most of the time that's going to be later the following weekend and all that. So still got plenty of time to come and join us.
Right. And we're going to be telling, more about even next year, because we're already planning next year to have March, July, and November. And, we're going to wait a little closer to this one to let all the cats out of the bag, but we'll be telling you who's coming next year. So you can go ahead and write all 3 of them dates down. So,
Yep.
so be ready for that here in the coming weeks. Man, this has been fun, I think. Just
Yes.
the then ones and the now ones, I mean, you remember the Cathedral Quartet had an album called Then and Now. You remember that
Right.
album?
Yep.
Uh,
And so
that
did
was
the
one of my
Statler Brothers.
Favorite.
Did
They
the Statler
sure
Brothers
did.
have one too?
I think they did. Now that you mention it, I think they
'Cause
did.
I think that was the one that Road Hogg first appeared on.
I think so. Yeah. Okay.
So we'll let y'all decide which versions is the Road Hogg version of these songs.
Right.
Right. Oh, man. But
Mighty fine.
I don't know how much you want to talk about it, but this was always one of my favorite songs from when the Bama Boys recorded it. And tell me about Safely in Your Grace. I know there's a story there, and you can tell it a whole lot better than I can.
Well, it was a song that, to me, it's the most like a poem that Mark ever wrote. That was a song. It reads just a lot like a poem. And like you, I liked it from the start. And we actually had a first cousin that really liked this song. Our cousin Dawn, who went on to meet with the Lord, just seemed like way too early, but of course God holds the perfect plan, as we just sung about. So, but Dawn loved this song. She always liked me trying to play the guitar, and which I played it on this one, and so that's one of the reasons she probably liked it. But I can remember going to her house when she was battling the cancer that finally took her home, and playing and singing it some. And then when she passed, the family asked me to actually sing that at the celebration of her life. And so, yeah, that meant a lot to me as well. And this song was one that's got a lot of memories to me. And then it's another one that we brought back, Chosen Witness did, when we were doing a later project and recorded it again. Now, have you got something to add to that, or were you thinking about the same kinds of
No, yeah,
stories? Okay.
absolutely.
Okay.
It's just a good song, and Neil outdoes himself on "Safely in Your Grace." Let's listen to that one now.
There's a place where I can go one more day, one more time. Now I pray, dear Lord, peace be with us. Not my will, Lord, but thine. The flowers bloom there every morning. One more day, one more time. The living water flows ever gently. Not my will, Lord, but thine. Now when we walk into the darkness, please, Lord, be our guide. And when we stumble in thy presence, be always by our side. For the path is very narrow, and heaven there awaits. Please, Lord, always lead us safely in your grace. May grace be with us every day. We must love you more, see us through. May your words be peace of mind. Help us daily, Lord, to love you. Give us strength, Lord, to walk the pathway. We must love you more, see us through. Always guide us with your spirit. Help us daily, Lord, to love you. Now when we walk into the darkness, please, Lord, be our guide. And when we stumble in thy presence, be always by our side. For the path is very narrow, and heaven there awaits. Please, Lord, always lead us safely in your grace. For the path is very narrow, and heaven there awaits. Please, Lord, always lead us safely in your grace.
The Bama Boys version of "Safely in Your Grace" here on the Champion Brothers broadcast. And before we get to the Chosen Witness version, look here. Danny Rye popped in. We
Hey,
were talking
Danny.
about Dawn earlier. Danny's
Yeah.
Dawn's husband. and love him so much and thank him. He supported us at both of the singing so far. Come all the way from wherever he is this week. I can't. Prattville is where I most associate him with. But
Right.
anyway, good to see you, Danny. And Boo said, "Yeah, I'll know I'd have to comment, but that's awesome. I agree, Boo. That is true."
He's one that always liked that song too. And a little story about when Chosen Witness got to do it was,
Yeah.
We recorded last couple of projects with Randy Shellnut down at Echo Sound, Randy and Scoot. And Randy prefers that we record on a cassette tape, our little demo of whatever songs we're going to do, kind of how we want them to go, and send them to him. And so that's what we did. And so when we recorded that one, I got my guitar out and dusted it off and practiced about 3 days and finally got where I could play that and played that one. And so we were in the studio, kind of going over it when we were tracking it, and he was sitting there listening to it, and he looked at, he said, "Who's playing that guitar on that?" And I said, "Well, I was." And he said, "Well, here, show me what you're doing." And he handed me his, that's just a little rhythm finger picking that my buddy Donnie Bowles, shout out to Donnie, actually showed me how to do that way back when. Donnie took lessons. He really learned how to play. I just kind of picked it up and started strumming one day. But yeah, Randy Sheldon handed me his guitar. He said, "Show me what you're doing right there." So I started, showing him the rhythm and how I picked it. And he took it back and he kind of stuttered at it. He said, "Show me again." And I showed him. We went back and forth a couple of times, but I could not believe a man of that level and that caliber musician was asking me to show him, how I was playing that rhythm. But anyway, it was great to capture this song again when we got to do it with the Shellnuts there at Echo Sound.
Well, here's how the Chosen Witness version turned out of "Safely in Your Grace."
There's a place where I can go one more day, one more time. Now I pray, dear Lord, peace be with us. Not my will, Lord, but thine. The flowers bloom there every morning. One more day, one more time. The living water flows ever gently. Not my will, Lord, but thine.
Now when we
Walk into the darkness, please, Lord, be our guide.
and when we
Stumble in thy presence,
be always at our side.
for the path is very narrow, and heaven there awaits. Please, Lord, always lead us safely in your grace. May grace be with us every day. We must love you more, see us through. May your words be peace of mind. Help us daily, Lord, to love you. Give us strength, Lord, to walk the pathway. We must love you more, see us through. Always guide us with your spirit.
It's the Chosen Witness version of Safely in Your Grace here on the Champion Brothers broadcast. And good job, Neil, both times. So,
Appreciate it. Good song.
indeed.
Good song. I bet it's
Well-
the first show like this ever where they played back to back to back to back to back to back to back songs.
Well, there's a first time for everything.
There you go. That's
Just
right.
like I've said a bunch of times before, it's our show. We can do whatever we want to. So.
That's right. I'll be dog. Yeah. They can just click and close the window, can't they, if they're watching it live?
Well, yeah. And we don't care. We just want you to make sure you remember November 19th. That's about everything else.
Absolutely. And where's it going to be?
The
Fayette
Civic Center. Yeah.
What time's it going to be?
6 o'clock
6 o'clock. That's exactly right.
p.m. at night.
And how much is it going to cost?
0.
Not a copper cent. That's right. Y'all come here, Endless Highway. We're going to get them on here some the week before, too. I think we'll probably have a good time talking to them ahead of time and enjoy that. Let them tell some of their stories live and in living color on the Champion Brothers ChampCast broadcast. Talk gospel, Bubba's, whatever it is you say at the start. Anyway.
Yeah. And another shout out, hey, to Richard Harris, one of my Twangtown buddies, checking in tonight. Always good to hear from Richard. So appreciate you. So,
Yep.
So we got one more song to go, and it's a Johnny Duran twofer.
It is, yeah.
The only person that has sang consistently with both the current groups of ours, Chosen Witness and Faithful Friends.
That's right. Johnny sang with Chosen Witness about 8 years, sang baritone. And I mean, right after he came with us, we started putting together a project, and this was a song he brought to us, and we put it on there. So yeah, this is the first time that Chosen Witness is the then part. We've been the now lately, but we're the then, because Johnny sang with us. We recorded this back in 2002. Yeah. And I always thought it was a good song. Johnny tells a good story about how he came to write it. And I know it's blessed a lot of people and still blessing people as Faithful Friends sings today. But here's how Chosen Witness that rolled it out. Somebody's been praying to me.
When my child was sick and so in need of a healing touch, when my faith was weak and I needed prayer oh so much, I had friends and family who would get down on their knees, and in the name of Jesus they would pray for my needs. Somebody's been praying for me. Somebody's been praying for me. I feel a host of angels all around me. Mighty prayer warriors are at it again. Old Satan may as well not begin. He doesn't stand a chance, you see. Somebody's been praying for me. When you're feeling down and out and your back's against the wall, and you think taking one more step will surely make you fall, call your team of warriors who will pray to Christ our King, and in just a little while you'll begin to sing. Somebody's been praying for me. Somebody's been praying for me. I feel a host of angels all around me. Mighty prayer warriors are at it again. Oh, Satan may as well not begin. He doesn't stand a chance, you see. Somebody's been praying for me. If any two of us shall agree on earth as touching anything that we shall ask, it shall be done for us of our Father in heaven. In heaven. Somebody's been praying for me. Somebody's been praying for me. I feel a host of angels all around me. The mighty prayer warriors are at it again. Oh, Satan may as well not begin. He doesn't stand a chance, you see. Somebody's been praying for me. Somebody's been praying. Somebody's been praying. Praying. Somebody's been praying for me. Somebody's been praying for me. Somebody's been praying for me. He doesn't stand a chance, you see. Somebody's been praying. Somebody's been praying. Somebody's been praying for me.
The Chosen Witness version of Somebody's Been Praying for Me here on the Champion Brothers broadcast. And Neal Don Dollar chimed in with something. I don't know if you wanted, I don't know if you saw this or not. He says, I think you guys need to put together the Gaither style event like we used to have here in Vernon. We'll make the venue available. So I guess he's talking about the LCGMA, Lamar County Gospel Music Association, because
Okay.
you were, what was that? Was that 2 or 3 years ago? 4
Something
years
like
ago?
that. When I slid right in under as he's closing the door, you're talking about?
Yeah, they got that one all turned around. You should have been first.
Oh,
Yeah, you should. You know it, and I do too. But yeah, we might have to ponder that
that'd be something.
possibility.
Yeah. Yeah, it would.
So Les Butler said he'd try to come. So
Oh, I'll
sounds
be
fun.
down.
So,
Absolutely. He could help direct that thing. Hey, he could lead the band that night for sure.
absolutely,
Put it all together.
and play it all himself. So
Be great. That's right.
be the one man band. So,
That would be amazing. Sure.
but let's so yes, that was in 2002. So 17 years later, we re-recorded Johnny's song as Faithful Friends. And so in the twofer then and now mode that we're in tonight, let's listen to the Faithful Friends version of Somebody's Been Praying for Me.
When my child was sick and so in need of a healing touch, when my faith was weak and I needed prayer oh so much, I had friends and family who would get down on their knees, and in the name of Jesus they would pray for my needs. Somebody's been praying for me. Somebody's been praying for me. I feel a host of angels all around me. The mighty prayer warriors are at it again. Oh, Satan may as well not begin. He doesn't stand a chance, you see. Somebody's been praying for me. When you're feeling down and out and your back's against the wall, and you think taking one more step will surely make you fall, call your team of warriors who will pray to Christ our King, and in just a little while you'll begin to sing. Somebody's been praying for me. Somebody's been praying for me. I feel a host of angels all around me. The mighty prayer warriors are at it again. Oh, Satan may as well not begin. He doesn't stand a chance, you see. Somebody's been praying for me. If any two of us shall agree on earth as touching anything that we shall ask, it shall be done for us of our Father in heaven. Heaven. Somebody's been praying for me. Somebody's been praying for me. I feel a host of angels all around me. The mighty prayer warriors are at it again. Oh, Satan may as well not begin. He doesn't stand a chance, you see. Somebody's been praying for me. Somebody's been praying. Somebody's been praying. Praying. Somebody's been praying for me. Somebody's been praying for me. I feel a host of angels all around me. The mighty prayer warriors are at it again. Oh, He doesn't stand a chance, you see. Somebody's been praying for me. He doesn't stand a chance, you see. Somebody's been praying. Somebody's been praying. Somebody's been praying for me.
Well, there you go. There's the Faithful Friends version of Somebody's Been Praying for Me here on the Champion Brothers broadcast. It's been fun.
Then and now, it has been. Boy, just thinking back over these years as we played all these songs, my goodness.
Yeah. And think about some of those Colombian days, and those memories come flooding back of all that kind of stuff and then the more recent stuff. So, yep.
That's right. That's right.
That's been neat. But one more time, we want you to remember November 19th at 6 o'clock at the Fayette Civic Center. Chosen Witness, Faithful Friends, and Endless Highway will all be there. And we'd love to see you there. It don't cost you a thing to come. There's Endless Highway right there. So
That's them right there.
Jay and Allie and Jason and Vanessa, and we appreciate that. So appreciate y'all coming on November 19th. Like I say, we know it's a ways off, but go ahead and put it on your calendar now so you won't schedule anything else. And y'all can come and have a great night of some gospel music with us in Fayette, Alabama. Neil Les said, nice hat, roll tide.
Oh, yeah. You know what's coming up this weekend? It's college football is back. So that's why I had to get in color. There you go. Thanks, Liz.
Yes, and how about them Vanderbilt Commodores? I was
Go
so
Vandy.
proud of those boys. They found so many ways to lose games over the years. It's nice to see them on the other side of a drubbing. So,
Right. There you go. Yeah.
well, anything else you need to tell?
I think my mind is clear. Hey, I'm excited about it. Les Butler says he'll try to come. We may have to put something together in Vernon, Alabama now.
Yeah,
I'll tell you
well,
what, we'll just have to
start
talk to Mr.
studying
Nolan
on
and
that.
see. But yeah, I think my mind's all clear. And yeah, until next time, I think it's been good.
We don't know when that's going to be. We always have
We
a
never do.
discussion early in the week and try to figure out what nights that we both are be able to be here. And we
Yeah.
always want y'all to hang out with us whenever. We know a lot of folks see it after the fact and that kind of stuff. But whenever you watch it, hope you enjoy it. And thanks for the encouraging words and all that kind of good stuff. And we don't know when next time will be, but I promise you this, we'll be here, Lord willing. We hope y'all will be too. Y'all have a wonderful evening. We'll see you whenever next time is. God bless you, everybody. Good night.